Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal climb through the ranked ladder to hit the Master Brawl tier using a team that we built from scratch. Now, we're going to be adding some other different things because of the fact that, like, we're already in Master Brawl tier, and we're part of the top 12,000. I mean, I started yesterday at like 7,000 something, like the top 7K, and then a couple losses brought us up to 12, which is really weird. Anyway, so we're gonna add in a couple of new things starting the next season. Like some of the ideas that I've been getting on comments, like have been like certain challenges, right? Like type challenges to play in the ladder. I've wanted to do like a Terra battle or a Terra raid challenge where we have to use a team that is built on a certain Terra type. So we have to use the Pokemon that show up at like only psychics. So I could do this one, that one, and I could go to like the regular side or Paldea as well, and like collect all the psychic types that I could find that's only in Terra, right? It can only be Terra. But then I wanted to like level up that and go, okay, well, if I'm going to do something like that, which would be really, really interesting, to maybe challenge my friends at doing that. So maybe sometime my friends and I will be able to sit around and record some battles between us four using teams that we can only find in Terra raids, where we cannot edit the EVs. We can edit the attacks, but we can't edit the abilities. So the main things that could possibly come up in like VGC content, we can just have like normal fighting where we don't control the EVs or the abilities. We just use them as is, but we can adjust the attacks because some of them may not be viable than others. So depends. But level 50 or at least 100 is going to be the cap. We'll fight each other and then go from there. It's going to be dope. Discord finally up and running. It's good to go. The link will be in the description if you guys want to join. I did not get to build the Hydreigon set, but I did look at his stats and it's kind of frail. But I will do some testing tonight to see if it's viable for the team comp. I'm not sure what I'm looking for anymore. A fairy type would be dope, but anyway. So there's that. We made changes to the team, so we're gonna get into that. We changed Earthquake for Stomping Tantrum for Garchomp, which may or may not be really, really fun to use when he's teamed up with Tornadus. Instead of using Rock Slide against a Pokemon that I know could be knocked out with, Stomping Tantrum, I could use it on Garchomp or on Tornadus first and then use it on my opponent, because then it's doubled at that point. But then I don't know, we'll see. And we also changed Thunder Punch to Wild Charge. The recoil on that attack isn't as high as I thought. It may not be that big if I invested all into HP, but I'm not fully invested. So we're going to see how that looks like today in today's video and go from there. Arcanine may be swapped out for someone different, either Landorus or just the regular form of Arcanine instead of the Hisuian. As much as I like the Hisuian version of Arcanine, I do not like it that he's 4 times weak to ground. Like yesterday's video when he got knocked out by a -1 burnt Landorus is kind of like, okay, there's no way to save this guy. Even with the fully investment into defenses, there's no way to save him. And he's not only just weak against ground type moves, but he's also weak against fighting type moves, which Iron Hands is all over the place. So is Urshifu. So it's like, I am stuck using this Pokemon unless I Terra him, and he's not usually my Terra target. So yay. So with that out of the way, let's get into our first match of the day and move on with the series. Let's go. All right, first match is up, ready to go. We've got Alolan Ninetales, Hisuian Arcanine, King Gambit, Iron Hands, Baxcalibur, and Sinistcha. Okay, so we do have a Defiant in the ranks, so definitely Arcanine is not going to be hitting the field, but I can still do some damage with the Garchomp here. So we're going to open up with Tornadus Garchomp, bring in Iron Hands, and I kind of want to bring in my own Sinistcha, but I don't know if we're going to be able to survive due to Baxcalibur. And King Gambit will also be able to super affect him as well, because, Katal Cleave. We'll bring in Urshifu, that way we can have a better standing of what we're going to be looking at. I don't have a way to break Aura Veil, so that's going to be a problem, but I could also just taunt the Alolan Ninetales so that I can't, but it's gonna be like a problem regardless. So Ninetales and Baxcalibur. Okay, so I do have a problem right away because Garchomp is going to get knocked out here, like immediately. So what I'm going to do is taunt the Ninetales, Terra to become fire, and I'm going to go ahead and Dragon Claw the Baxcalibur with your Ninetales, so we don't have to worry about that Pokemon now. So my taunt isn't going to be anything. Here comes the Arcanine though. I need to remove my weakness away from ice. So Garchomp's going to be the one that's doing the most damage, so I need to get him up and ready to go. He does have Scarf, so I'm going to be moving faster than this Baxcalibur, unless he uses Ice Shard, which does not look to be the case. We'll see. Nope, Dragon Claw right into that Baxcalibur. Does not get the... Oh, the defense boost in the snow. Right, okay. And I'm also Terra Fire so that I don't get Will-O-Wisp by the Arcanine. Bring on Iron Hands. Iron Hands to then go ahead and... Should I fake out... I'm going to fake out the extreme speed or the burn. And go straight... I mean, I'm locked into Dragon Claw. I have to swap him out if I want to get out of it. But I'm going to hit the Arcanine. Not very effective, which is totally fine. Dragon Claw right into the Baxcalibur again. Next turn, he'll be knocked out. Arcanine flinch, could not move. Scale Shot. Garchomp avoids the attack. Let's go. Drain Punch the Arcanine, and I'm just going to Dragon Claw the Baxcalibur. It might be a 3-hit KO due to the snow, but I don't have to worry about it. With your Baxcalibur, good call. Probably bring out the Ninetales again. Yep. Makes it immune to the physical attack there. Terra the Arcanine. Make it immune. Oh, well, I mean, it's Fairy. So now Dragon Claw won't do a whole lot of damage. The Drain Punch is still going to do something, but now I have to swap out Garchomp. Rock Slide. Ooh, super effective against the Garchomp because he is fire. Drain Punch, though. And Arcanine shook off the taunt. So I'll Heavy Slam the Arcanine, which may not do a whole lot of damage, but we will switch to the Urshifu. Aura Veil should be coming up here pretty soon. Witcher the Arcanine. That was a good call, because I was going to hit him with a Heavy Slam. To bring out the Baxcalibur. Okay. There's the Aura Veil. Heavy Slam. Oh, even it's super effective, it still did not KO the Baxcalibur. So now we're going to punch. Yes. I'm going to punch the Ninetales. And I'm going to Surging Strikes the Baxcalibur, I think. I mean, he's got Ice Shard. I'm faster, I think. Yeah, Iron Head. Let's go. With your Ninetales. Sinistra. That's going to heal up Baxcalibur a bit. Iron Head. Boop. Down goes Baxcalibur. Now the Drain Punch isn't going to do anything to Sinistra, unfortunately. But the snow stopped, so he swapped Ninetales out perfectly. It's gonna re-bring out the Arcanine. But the Intimidate's gonna drop my attacks from one stage. And I'm gonna go ahead and Wild Charge the Sinistcha, because Ninetales is probably gonna swap out to that slot, and I'm gonna Iron Head the Arcanine. Aura should still be up even though it's not snowing. You just need to have the snow up to activate it. Super effective against the Arcanine. Does not get the KO. Terra Blast. Right over to the Iron Hands. Super effective. It's still a lot of damage. Wild Charge over to the Sinistcha. Did not swap out. That's dope. Probably didn't need to. Because it activates Trick Room. Okay. Alright. Alright. Heavy Slam the Arcanine. Because I'm faster. Swap. Oops. Slight delay. Come on, there we go. Calling back to Urshifu. Heavy Slam. Knocks out the Arcanine. And Macha Gotcha from the Sinistcha. Gets the KO on the Garchomp, but not on the Iron Hands. I just really wanted to save Urshifu, because I think he's going to be the win condition I'm going to be looking for, but I'm going to have a really hard time. A real hard time. Snow warning, starts to snow. So I'm going to Drain Punch the Ninetales. And I'm going to Surging Strikes the Ninetales as well. Rage Powder. Drain Punch. Fails. Guess it hit the Sinistcha. Surging Strikes. So I go faster than the Ninetales, so that's interesting. That's good to know, but the Blizzard's going to come out here and is probably going to knock out Iron Hands. Moonblast. Iron Hands slot. So Iron Hands goes down. That was a crit, but it didn't really need one. Didn't really need one. Nice job. Rage Powder again. And I'm going to go straight. Oh, no. No Rage Powder. I'm just going to go straight into the Ninetales. Probably doesn't believe it. It needs to do it, but I almost knocked out this Ninetales. If it wasn't for Aura Veil, that would have been the KO. Moonblast. Boop. Oh, not a one-hit KO. But you reset Trick Room? Okay. Oh, yeah, because Ninetales is faster. That's right. Never mind. Good call. Good call. I was like, wait, why'd you do that? It's like, oh, wait, yeah, that's right. Not bad. Not bad. All right, next matchup, we've got Chien-Pao, Illimuse. Illimuse. Ogerpon, Dragonite, Hisuian Arcanine, and Garchomp. So Illimuse is going to be a prankster on that particular type of team, and it knows Fake Tears and Tailwind, so I will obviously need to bring in my own. Question is, who should be my lead? I think Urshifu might be the one that I need, but I will have to keep in mind that they will have an Ogerpon in the back, so I'll bring that in, bring in Iron Hands. Who else should I bring in? I mean, Garchomp might be really interesting. But I might need to bring in Sinistcha just so that I can have a counter to the possible Extreme Speed Dragonite. Or I could bring in Arcanine that could burn. That might be fun. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring in the burn. I can't have him out with Garchomp on the field or Water Ogerpon, but if I can avoid those situations, I think I'm fine. I think I'll be just fine. Qianpao and Ogerpon. Urshifu and Tornadus. Sword of Ruin goes off. Okay, so what I want to do first is activate Tailwind, because I need to be able to outspeed this Qianpao. And let's see, post combat or that. I'm just gonna go ahead and Terra Water into the Qianpao. That way I don't get knocked out by Sucker Punch. And I don't think anyone on that side of the field knows. What am I thinking of? Ally Switch? That would be a kind of dope thing to use. Like, oh man, you're gonna just completely avoid my, my hits, and I'm just gonna Ally Switch so that you don't. And that's a terrible read. Like anyone can see that a mile away. But it would be funny. Spike a shield on the Ogerpon, which is totally fine. I'm not going after that slot. The Tailwind goes up. And here goes the Qianpao. Sucker Punch? No Sucker Punch. Surge Strikes on the Qianpao. So no defense drops for you. I think in the next season I'll bring back Qianpao. Qianpao was dope. I love Qianpao. Okay, so for this matchup, we're gonna go ahead and do the Break Wind. Not Break Wind, but Bleak Wind. And I kind of want to go in with the Surging Strikes, but I think Illumise is gonna have Illumise? Oh, Illumise. Okay. That's, wow. I don't know what I was saying before. I think Illumise is gonna have Ally Switch. Which, if that's the case, it's gonna suck for me. But if not, Surge Strikes into that slot. Terra. Probably going into the Ogerpon. And it is. Makes it not so weak against flying attacks. And buffs its special defenses. Which is dope. Boosts it one stage. Yep. Loomies puts in Tailwind. I still outspeed. There you go. Oh, right. Smack dab in the middle. Surge Strikes. Your prankster friend. And they go down. Hit once. They faded. Sword Stance. Ooh, 2-stage raise. Okay. And here comes Dragonite. So we're gonna swap out Tornadus to bring out Arcanine now. And I'm gonna go ahead and maybe bring out the Iron Hands. I mean, Arcanine's gonna go down. For sure he's gonna go down. There's no way that they won't. So maybe I Bleak Wind with Tornadus, but swap to Arcanine from Urshifu. That Sword Stance is gonna make me worried a little bit. This Dragonite could also be Inner Focus, and this will proc it if it is. Clear Amulet for the Dragonite, so it's not Inner Focus. Dragonite will avoid the Bleak Wind though, so it's most likely multi-scale because you wouldn't have the Clear Amulet and the thing too. But the +1 to the attack of that Ivy Cudgel does knock out the Tornadus. Dragonite does use Dragon Dance. His speed rose. Okay, bring out Iron Hands. Fake out the Dragonite. And I'm going to burn the Ogerpon. we're gonna drop its attack severely. But I am 4 times weak against this Ogerpon, which is very unfortunate, but I can't do anything about it. Let's see if you're inner focus. You are absolutely not. Will-O-Wisp hits the Ogerpon. Even now +1, you now have burn status. So your attack is now halved. Ivy Cudgel. Goes right into the Arcanine. It's gonna go down. Yeah, it's no. God, this Pokemon, man, so frail. And Tailwind's now gone, which I'm okay with, because now I can bring out the Urshifu, and I can Wild Charge right into that Ogerpon slot, and I'm going to close combat. Oh, it's not very effective. None of my attacks are very effective against the Dragonite. So we're just gonna Surgeon Strikes into it. Hope for the best. Spiky Shield gets activated by the Ogerpon, which is totally fine. Earthquake by the Dragonite. Not enough to get a KO. Surgeon Strikes. It's enough to put some damage onto it, but I wish I went doubled into that slot. Wild Charge goes right into that slot and will prick itself because of the Spiky Shield. And their Tailwind just now wore off. Okay. Wild Charge into the Ogerpon again, and I'm gonna hit that Dragonite. Now it's got +1 speed, so not enough to get the KO, but nice try. Bop. And bop. And one more time. Bop. This victory is assured. Unless I somehow miss Wild Charge. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So, about that victory. Does it still get... I wish I could see the ability. Like, that's... Yeah, I think I lost. Oh no, it doesn't. They lose it. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, good. They don't get both. They had that. They really did have that. I thought they got both. All right, well, there you go, ladies and gents. Something new that we both learned today. That's dope. I didn't know that they didn't get both. All right, next match is up. We've got Alolan Ninetales, Baxcalibur, Tornadus, Water Ogerpon, Golden Go, and Iron Hands. So because of Alolan Ninetales now, we've got a lot of really cool ice types coming out to play, which is perfect for me because I love ice types. They're really, really dope. As a matter of fact, my brother's first team that he was going to fight in the Friend Challenge was going to be an ice team, and I was super excited. And he never fully trained it. So he just like, I just want to fight. Like, okay. You can clearly see, like, a lot of the times he just didn't really care, which is unfortunate. We'll go all in with Tornadus. We found out that Garchomp isn't really as helpful, but we'll bring in Urshifu because... you know, they might be weak against like fighting type moves, or maybe Iron Head. They've got 1, 2, 3 physical attackers. We'll bring in Iron Hands, and I'll bring in Garchomp. I'll bring him in because of the Iron Hands and the Golden Go with the Stomping Tantrum. It's not going to really do anything against the max caliber, which is really unfortunate, but I mean, I don't know what else we could do at that point. I just need to make sure that I do not put Garchomp in front of any of the ice types, max caliber or Ninetales especially. None of those. But I do need to swap out one of these two because that's an Iron Hands, and that Iron Hands is going to definitely take some KOs out of Urshifu and or Tornadus, which is going to be a little bit of a bender. Taunt the Ninetales, swap to swap to my Iron Hands. Because Fake Out's going to go into the Garchomp because that's what Iron Hands does. Or not Garchomp, but Urshifu. I'm going to bring out my Iron Hands so that Fake Out doesn't really do anything. Taunt is going to shut down, hopefully. Oh, he went into the Tornadus instead. Okay, well, Taunt's going to go right into that slot anyway. I love Covert Cloak, by the way. Like, I don't care if you try to shut down anything else. Moonblast into the Iron Hands. A lot of damage there. We're now Bleak Wind, and I will go ahead and Fake Out the Iron Hands with your Ninetales. Brought out their own Tornadus. No moves for you. Bleak Wind dodges the Tornadus that just came in, but does hit the Iron Hands. Lynch cannot move. We're going to Tailwind, and I'm going to go ahead and Wild Charge into that Tornadus. We might trade Tornaduses here. If I were them, that's what I would do. Since Fake Out's been used, you can just swap and bring in something different, which would be okay. But you need to remove my Tornadus off the field, because if you bring Ninetales back, I'm going to taunt it, and I know that it lands. So you're not going to get Aura Veil off. So your screen person is kind of pointless to bring on against me at this present time. Doesn't mean that it won't be that way, but right now, that's how it is. We both activate Tailwind, so that's dope. I think I'm faster, though. Nope, they are. Drain Punch into my Iron Hands, which is totally fine. You can get up that little bit of HP. I'm okay with that. Because I want to Wild Charge into your Tornadus. Almost knocking him out. That's dope. I'm going to Bleak Wind, and I'm going to swap to Garchomp. Because now I want to preserve my Iron Hands as much as possible, but the Garchomp, their Tornadus is in range. So Bleak Wind does hit both. Your Tornadus goes down. No more Trick Room or Tailwinds for you. And you cannot prevent me from doing anything else like taunts or whatever. Drain Punch goes into the Garchomp. That still does a lot of damage. Holy cow. Okay. Okay, chill. Chill. Rough Skin does come in. Does a little bit of the damage. Out comes the Ninetales. Taunt the Ninetales. Terrifier stomping into the Iron Hands. Now, I know that it's weaker, but I don't really have... the only special attack I have right now that I have access to is Tornadus. So, I'm just going to have to go with that. We do see a Blizzard coming up from that side, so I will need to try to save either Garchomp or Tornadus. I'm going to try to save the Garchomp. If I Terra Urshifu, it's not going to make a difference. It's still going to be water, and I'd rather not have to deal with that. They're going to Terra. It's going to be the Iron Hands. Are you grass? No, you're water. Okay. Okay. Make it kind of neutral. Ninetales will protect, which is totally fine. Because Taunt was going to go into that slot. Stompy Tantrum. Drain Punch. That's a lot. That's a lot of HP. Snow stopped. No Aura Veil. They have to swap now. And I'm just going to hit the Iron Hands now. So the next Pokemon they bring out is going to get damaged. They withdrew Iron Hands. Bring out Baxcalibur. Oh, this is going to hurt a lot. Shiny. Stompy Tantrum. Oh, it's not going to hurt a lot. I thought it would. Bleak Wind. Misses Baxcalibur. Does hit the Ninetales. Moonblast into the Garchomp slot. Totally fine with that. And their Tailwind's gone, and so is mine. Let's bring in Urshifu now. Should be good. Should be good enough. Taunt the... Well, Ninetales might protect here. I'm going to get that back up. Plus combat the Baxcalibur. So far, I'm 1-on-1, I think. So what are they gonna do here? What would my decision be? Like, I could retreat the Ninetales goes back, so we saw that. Brings out the Iron Hand, so I do have Fake Out pressure next turn. Tailwind goes off, so now I'm faster, but now I have to do something about this Baxcalibur. Close combat, boop, does get the KO. Minuses my defense this one stage. Okay, brings out the Ninetales. Snow Warning. Taunt the Ninetales. Probably gonna go for the Protect though. I would. Taunt it in case if it doesn't. Oh well, he knows that I've got Fake Out, or I got resistance to Fake Out. So then Bleak Wind, and I'm gonna switch to Iron Hands. I'm gonna taunt it so it can't do Aura Veil, but I don't think it's gonna really matter too much. Bleak Wind, no Fake Out. Did not knock down the Ninetales or the Iron Hands. Ninetales goes for the Blizzard instead. Does get the double KO. And Wild Charge goes into that slot. So no Fake Out. Oh, this is a hard question. Let's go for it. Okay, we're gonna Surgeon Strikes into the Iron Hands. I leave myself open for the Ninetales. Please do not knock me out. I have 2 more turns of Tailwind left, I think. Iron Hands goes down. Here comes the Moonblast. Oh, KO. Dang it. It's like, it was a really hard choice. I either stared down a Wild Charge from Iron Hands or I stared down a Moonblast from Alolan Ninetales. Still, that was a good game. Super good. Oh, that was super good. All right, next match is up. We've got Heatran, Specterior. Okay, Rillaboom, Enamorus, Iron Bundle, and what's Amuse? I forgot again. I'm sorry. Okay, because of that, we're gonna have to definitely run in with this guy. Not because of the fact of Amuse, but Iron Bundle. Okay. I'll try to remember after this one. I apologize, guys. We're gonna need to bring in. I want to bring in Urshifu. He would probably be like a really good person to bring in. Although that Rillaboom does worry me a bit. But I'll bring in the Iron Hands and who else? Like, this is weird. It's like random Trick Room / Tailwind users. It's odd. Let's see. One physical attacker is Enamorus physical attacker. I don't really know. I'll bring in Garchomp. I don't want to put an Arcanine in front of, you know, a Iron Bundle. That seems kind of odd. What is that Pokemon's name? I can't remember. I just saw it like not 10 seconds ago. Illumise, that's it. Illumise. Okay. Illumise. That's it. Okay. Alright, Specterior and Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle gets the Quark Drive off due to the booster energy. Its Spade Titans, which is 309, I think. We need to then use Tailwind so that we go Zoom. Change ourselves to Terra Water, Surgeon Strikes, and I want to go right into that Specterior, but I know what this Iron Bundle can do. Yeah, let's go into the Iron Bundle instead. I don't want people that are faster than me on the field to stay on the field. That makes it really, really hard for me. Plus, I don't know what Specterior is going to do. I know it's a really, really fast Pokemon, but it's not faster than good old Iron Bundle there. I mean, I think Iron Bundle's still gonna outspeed Urshifu. But I still at least want to put a little bit of pressure. So here comes the Tailwind. Freeze Dry goes right into the Tornadus. Does not get the KO. Gets really, really close though. Surgeon Strikes. Bop. Bop. I thought that would be more. Bop. Okay. Again, I thought that would be much more, but it's not. Hit 3 times. Specterior, what are you doing? Shadow Ball to the Tornadus. Gotcha. Bop. Bop, bop. Grimnay. Special attack Rose. And that's a Life Orb. Gotcha. Now that I know what you are. Send out Garchomp. Rock Slide. And Surgeon Strikes. Bop, 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 bop. So what is your move here? You could swap out Iron Bundle to bring out someone else, but what would you bring in? You have a Terra Urshifu with Choice Band. Rock Slide goes up, so you know switch in, but it's going to knock out the Iron Bundle there, and I get free reign to attack into the Specterior. So it was essentially a trade for 1 for 2. So, what is your other Pokemon? You could bring in Illumise, but I don't know if that's going to be... Oh, you did. Okay. Oh, and Heatran? Oh, great. Okay. I know which one I'm going for first. Rock Slide, obviously, for both, but I'm going to go straight for that Heatran. Protect or not, I'm taking it down. You have to Terra for that Heatran to survive. but I'm definitely taking it down. Question is, what would be the best Terra for Heatran now? I mean, you could go Fairy, but I do know Iron Head, but it's not. I'm stuck into Surging Strikes. Terra, it's gonna go to the Heatran. Grass. Okay, that does make it not as effective to my attacks, which is totally fine. Fake Tears goes off, which is going to lower someone's defense, special defenses 2 stages. Here comes the Rock Slide. And Surging Strikes are just going to go right into that Heatran slot. It's not going to get to KO, but it puts him in range. Now, they focus on Garchomp, which may or may not have been the case. Let's see if we get the flinch. And Terra Blast. It's gonna go right into the Garchomp. Why the Garchomp? You could have easily knocked out the Urshifu. The Urshifu is like the bigger problem of the two. Like, absolutely. Like, Garchomp is locked into Rock Slide. What? Okay. Iron Hand's gonna fake out the Loomies, and I'm just gonna Sergeant Strikes into Heatran. And I go through Protect, so good luck. Good luck. Fake out into that Pokemon. They have Covert Cloak. Good job. That's dope. Surgeon Strikes into the Heatran. That's not protecting. So there you go. Heatran's down. Now it's just my 2 Pokemon versus Illumies. Oh, my tan one's gone. But I don't think it really matters. Heavy Slam and Surgeon Strikes. It's the last one I have too. I really need to up the PP for Surgeon Strikes. Battle's canceled. We are done here. So 2-2 so far. All right. Final matchup of the day is here upon us. We got Iron Hands, Landorus, Water Ogerpon, Chien-Pao, Fluttermane, and Dragonite. Ooh. So we do have multiple physical attackers here. The only one that's not is Fluttermane. So definitely want to bring in either Arcanine or maybe Sinistra so that we can -1 their attacks or just be resistant to a lot of their attacks that they could bring using upon us. Especially with the combo of Chien-Pao Dragonite. It's going to be very, very interesting to see who we swap in here. But we do need to outspeed first and foremost. So we're going to do Tornadus. And I want to bring in Urshifu first. Iron Hands next because we do need to resist Water Ogerpon, but I do take more damage towards like Landorus. But again, we'll bring in Sinistra in the back so that way we can withstand a little bit more. But let's see what happens in this case, because we do have 2 physical attackers, 2 special attackers, and both of them do a lot of damage either or. So let's hope. We also don't know if the Dragonite is going to be the typical Terra normal, you know, like super offensive type, or if it's going to be something completely different. Obviously, I need to get Urshifu out of here, but I'm going to go ahead and do Bleak Wind and swap out to... Actually, we're going to swap out to Sinistra. Yeah, we're going to do that. Because, like, the Matcha Gotcha is going to hurt really, really hard. I ignore, like, a lot of what Ogerpon could do. Ivy Cudgel is not going to do as much damage. Also, no more Wild Charges or Drain Punches. And I could do Strength Sap. So there's that. Follow Me goes off on their side. Ogerpon grabs the attention, but it almost gets one shot by the Bleak Wind. That was a crit on the Iron Hands. Oh, Wild Charge into the Tornadus. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. It was hit by the recoil. And I'll just go ahead and bring in my own Iron Hands. And I'm going to then fake out the Iron Hands because I'm hoping for a Spiky Shield, and I'm going to Matcha Gotcha. So, Spiky Shield. Withdraw the Iron Hands to bring out Fluttermane. It's going to ignore my fake out. Photosynthesis activates its speed. Yep. So 307. Spiky Shield does still activate. So we did guess that part right, but we did not get the fake out. Which is totally fine. We still can hit the Fluttermane with Matcha Gotcha. Which isn't going to hit Ogerpon, but that's totally fine. Burn on the Fluttermane, which is unfortunate. Now I have to make a really critical choice here. I need a Terra, so I survive the onslaught that's going to come out. And I'm going to go ahead and just... should I Strength Sap? I mean, if she goes after Sinistcha... No, I think my Sinistcha will live. In the event that I don't, I'm going to hit Ogerpon with Strength Sap, so I go back up to full. I also going to lower down their attack one stage, which makes them weaker, so I'm okay with that for at least the small little bit of time that we have. I'm going to Terra. Right over to the Iron Hands. Bop. Electric. I know it's weird, but I no longer am afraid of Fluttermane's Dazzling Gleam. Shadow Ball goes right into Sinistcha. He does not get KO'd. He sits on the field. Horn Leech. Oh, we'll knock him out, unfortunately. Never mind. No! I tried to rescue him, but it wasn't gonna work. I tried. Heavy Slam over to the Fluttermane. It's just gonna knock it out. Down goes Fluttermane. And here comes Urshifu. I sent out Landorus. Ooh. Okay. Let's see, is that Spat or a Scarf? You'll see. Drain Punch. And I'm going to Surgeon Strike Landorus. Could swap out to Iron Hands here, take out a little bit more, little less. Here goes the Follow Me. Dang it, I should have known that. Should have known that. Stomping Tantrum goes right into the Iron Hands. Does not get the KO because, you know, he is a little bit more bulkier than that. I will heal up the Ogerpon, which is unfortunate, and I'm locked into that. Drain Punch goes right into that Ogerpon, taking all that HP and gives it to Landorus, or to my Iron Hands instead. I'm in a perpetual loop. I can't stop it. Oh no. Target Landorus again. Let's start it. Oh, follow me. Yep. Stomping Tantrum. There's a little bit more damage to the Iron Hands. Surgeon Strikes. Heals up the Ogerpon. Yep, they got me. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a perpetual loop. Fudge. Because now Iron Hands is going to go down. I can't do anything more than just... Yep, they got me. Yeah, they got me. We'll just leave. Guys, Follow Me would have kicked in. Stomping Tantrum would have hit the Iron Hands, knocked him out, and I would have just healed the Ogerpon, and then it's just literally 3 versus 1, and I'm locked into Surgeon Strikes, healing the Ogerpon. And all he has to do is just follow me, and Landorus would just hit, and hit, and hit, and hit. So it's like, And then after that, I would struggle. So it's like, no, we're good. So 2-3 is what we ended up with today with. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be our video for today. We ended at 12,021 with 50 battles underneath our belt with 26 wins and 24 losses. Obviously, I should have went with something completely different than Surging Strikes to hit the Landorus. And if I did, I might have been able to survive just a little bit longer because I would have been able to actually knock out the Ogerpon, swap or force them to swap out to something else. And then I would be able to focus on the Landorus a little bit more. But unfortunately, I didn't think that out, and because I didn't, I created a loop that was eternal that I could not get out of. So the Ouroboros effect is still in, and I fed the machine. I couldn't stop it. So it's unfortunate. That's what happens when you work with choice items. I was really hoping for like the dub, but it's okay. They got it. They earned it. Absolutely earned it. So congrats to them all the same. But since it is the end of the video, I just want to thank you guys for watching once again. And don't forget to like the video if you did. Dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of today's matches. And would you fall into the Ouroboros trap like I did in match 5? And if you guys are brand new, you can hit the subscribe button, and then don't forget to turn on the notifications and set that to all, as my Uncle Mike says that does help out the channel quite a bit, and I'd like to think so. And I do post a lot of Pokemon content on the channel. I do have a few things coming up that hasn't been released yet, but I'm still working on them, and they take a little bit more time because I do work a job on top of this, so please bear with me. We're going to be working on a couple of calcs, and again, Discord is available and the link is in the description down below. And with that, I've got nothing else. Thank you again for watching, and have a great Wednesday. More to come. We have 50 more fights to do, and I think we could do it in the allotted time that we have left. I'm excited. Till next time, have a good day. Peace.